Last time on Sailing Doodles, we explored a beautiful abandoned 6-star resort. In this episode, we sail to another island and take the dinghy upriver to a waterfall. As always, we want to thank our patrons for making this possible. Registration is now open for the Sailing Doodles Floatilla hosted by Group Island Spirit. There's a link in the show notes. We start this episode on the southern end of Koh Kut in the Bay of Bin Ban Bao. It's an absolutely beautiful place to have dinner while watching the sunset. Bit of a rainy morning this morning here in Bin Ban Bao. Thought I might give you kind of my daily routine, what I'm doing. I get up right about sunrise. I film the sunrise when I can. Sometimes it's not a good one, but do a little time lapse of that when I can. It's kind of hard to do a time lapse from the moving boat because it's not a stable platform. But what I do now in the mornings, because the girls are still sleeping, is I go through all of yesterday's footage. It ends up, because I got the 4 GoPros, I got this camera, I got all my drone footage. It ends up being about 75 to 100 gigabytes of footage every day. So then I move that to my computer and I sort it all. It's really important when you're doing vlogging stuff or any kind of video stuff that you put everything in subfolders very organized, in an organized way, because if you don't, you're searching for the footage. Where was this footage? If it's all in one big pile, you can't know where it is. So I separate everything by camera, and not only by camera, but the type of shot. So like, one GoPro is facing forward. I pulled that GoPro out yesterday when we went to the beach and we filmed all the beach stuff with that. And I also took stills with that. So all the footage from that one camera, I separate into GoPro forward, right? So it's forward. Then I do GoPro beach and I put it in that separate folder. And then I do GoPro stills, right? And so it's just a lot of work setting all that. I gotta do that every day because I'm doing basically a daily vlog now on this. And that's not including editing. I mean, so it takes me 45 minutes just to organize all the footage. And then I gotta edit everything, and so that takes another 4 or 5 hours. So I'm working on the computer stuff until about noon every day editing, from 6 a.m. to noon every day editing, and then we start our day and filming and all that. What's going on out here?
We're doing some psychological therapy and some massaging at the same time.
Psychological therapy and massage. Sign me up for the massage part. The psychotherapy, that just messed me up even more.
What a trust.
With the video work complete for the day, it was time to head out. All right, we are on our way. We're gonna go around the corner, not very far, probably a mile or 2. And there's a little river inlet. We're gonna anchor in front of that and take the dinghy in, and we take the dinghy upriver, and there should be a pretty cool waterfall. Okay, go ahead and give me 10 seconds down. Most windlasses will put out about 1 meter per second of chain, so you can get a good idea of how much chain you have out by doing it in time increments. Okay, give me 10 more. With the anchor secured, it was time to head upriver. There are a lot of tidal rivers around Koh Kut, and some of them lead to beautiful waterfalls. I would love to come back and stay at one of these river resorts. When the civilization ends, you know you're getting close to the end of the river. None of us brought any shoes, so this could be a little painful.
600 meters, like this.
Thankfully, the swamp didn't last too long and we were able to make it to a paved road. There was a donation box for the waterfall, and then we headed in. It was just at the end of the rainy season, so the waterfall was really flowing. Scare me, there's little fish in here that like nip at your feet. Ah. That's crazy. The water temperature was perfect for a swim. Judith decided the kids jumping was a challenge. It was a fun time at the waterfall, but it was time to head back to the boat. On the boat, we secured the dinghy and hoisted the sails.
I think if I buy a cat, and we put an electric winch on it, it's just so much easier because this is such a big sail.
As long as the wind and currents allow, it's easier to put up the mainsail while still at anchor on a catamaran.
There's really not much wind out here, probably 7 or 8 knots, but I know you guys would yell at me if I didn't put a sail up, although it was kind of pointless. So the starboard sheet for this one, I actually got a control over there, so I got to go to the other cockpit to do that.
With all the sails out, we were underway. Although it was only about a 5-mile run up the coast. But plenty of time for the girls to get in some meditation. Unfortunately, when it came time to put down the anchor, we had a problem.
Finally got it sorted out. What happened is one of the links got turned sideways inside the windlass, and it was in the very back corner, and trying to put a screwdriver in there and a hammer and hammer that out was difficult. Took me about 45 minutes. Finally got it out. Now the anchor's set. I'm so tired of working on boats.
This is one of my favorite spots in Koh Kut, anchored just off the Captain Hook Resort.
Last time I was here in Thailand in Koh Chang, this was my favorite resort kind of place we hung out. Beautiful place, beautiful sunset, awesome drinks.
So today we dress for the...
They look good. Are you kidding me? Look at this, guys. They look great. I'm a lucky guy. I get to have with these two girls. So, all right, you guys ready?
It's ready.
Let's do it.
No, this is not a paid endorsement or anything. I just really love the relaxed and beautiful atmosphere of the place. Cheers.
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 Thanks again to our patrons. We really couldn't do this without you. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a week. And don't forget to check the show notes for the link to sign up for our Sailing Doodles Flotilla. You can come sail with us next year.